It's time for a triple play here at 3 stocks that we are watching as we kick off the final 25 minutes of trading. Pras Subramanian jumping on here for us. Let's start with my play, and that is Spirit. Now, shares getting a boost after JetBlue upped its takeover offer of the company. The airline is now offering $33.50 per share. That's $2 up, $2 a share up from its previous bid, a move that JetBlue hopes will convince Spirit to actually accept its proposal. Now, JetBlue says its latest offer represents a 68% premium to the implied value of Frontier's competing transaction. We know that this battle for Spirit has been dragging on now for weeks, but the airline is saying last week that it's planning to decide on the proposal by the end of the month. Dave, we talked a lot about consolidation in this space. Clearly a huge play here for Spirit. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Well, I mean, we're talking about $750 million. That's a huge gap, which really means they're going to have to consider, will this deal be approved? At the end of the day, if they don't think it's going to be approved, they're going to have to go with Frontier. If they do, they're going to have to take this offer. Far higher deal, Pras. I mean, it looks like regulators need to maybe give some indication, because otherwise it looks like a slam dunk.
Yeah, it's just like the battle of cheapo airlines, right? Back and forth. You want more? I'm one-upping you. Here you go. So it's like, when will this actually get consummated?
And the bad news is for all of us, whatever happens, prices probably go up.
Yep.
Fifth largest airliner will be created. Okay, my play is Uber. News that Uber Pool has returned after a couple-year hiatus in COVID. It was taken out because of obvious safety concerns. Now, they are bringing it back in 9 different cities across the country. And what will happen is called Uber X Share. It's not called Uber Pool anymore. And they're guaranteeing that each individual ride falls within 8 minutes of what it would be with an individual. So will this be successful? We shall see. Did it matter for the stock? Not really. Uber shares down about 50% year to date and really flat on this news. Will people return to Uber Pool? Have you ever done it, Pras? I've done it a few times when I'm taking 6, 7, 8 Ubers a day bouncing around town.
When are you taking 6 or 7 or 8 Ubers a day?
Oh, you've never been a job hunter, huh? See, this one's never had to go all over town meeting people, meeting agents looking for a job. But that's the only time I've really used it. I don't know in a post-COVID world we'll go back.
It's objectively a good idea, right? Good for the economy, good for traffic, it's good for pooling in general. But also, I've done it before, and it was miserable, right? Like coming from the airport one time, I was stuck between like 3 other people getting back. I had to get out of the Uber to get my own because it was just so.
See, they won't do
awful.
that. The other change, it'll be you and one other rider.
Yeah.
That's the new update to the system. I actually enjoyed talking with people because there's so little opportunities to meet strangers in this world. I enjoyed that aspect of it. Shauna's looking at me like I'm nuts.
No, I'm with you. No, I think it's nice to talk to people. I was going to say, I'm always a sucker for a deal. So if it's going to save me 20%, I would definitely take it. 8 minutes, I can spare that. I'm all in. I've been waiting for them to bring this back. I think it's interesting that they're doing it now. Not a big surprise that it's not moving the stock, but I think a lot of people are going to use Uber Pool.
Will we mask up if we do it? That'll be the question.
I think so. And gas prices are high right now. I think it's probably a good move for both Tesla drivers and riders. Save money on both sides, make a little money for a driver. I want to stick with mobility, though, and also maybe not so much gas prices, but EVs, Tesla. Elon Musk speaking at the Qatar Economic Forum yesterday, I believe, talking about how they laid off 10% of salaried staff, not 10% of entire staff. So it's around 3.5% of their salaried staff of workers globally. Musk's still a little concerned about the economy. You saw he had a super bad feeling about it. He said recently, I guess that, quote, the recession is not a certainty, but it appears more likely than not. Right, so he's still a little bit concerned about that, taking a little bit off the headcount number. He also said that he's supporting cryptocurrency still, and he would personally support Dogecoin.
Yeah,
so that's pretty interesting. And so stock got a nice bump today as we got a little relief rally across a number of EV makers. So that's good for the market in general. But I think Tesla is still and Musk still concerned about big headwinds in the future.
Yeah, I don't think this comes as a big surprise, especially because we know Elon Musk has taken a pretty hard line when it comes to remote work or getting people back into the office, because just a few weeks ago, he basically said, if you're a Tesla employee and you should be in the office, you're part of corporate, you're not working at the plants. Obviously, those people have been the factories. They've been inside the factories now for quite some time building the cars. But he's saying for the corporate workers, you actually need to get back into the office at least 40 hours a week or leave. So I think it was maybe his way of saying, this is what Tesla is going to be like. You have the opportunity now to leave. job cuts. I don't think it was that surprising that it followed here.
And there's 10%,
But-
right?
And there's 10%.
There's your 10%.
Yes, exactly. You got to it pretty quickly.
I was really surprised at the blowback to his comments about returning to the office. Every employer, every boss in this nation has the right to demand that of their workers, and you have the choice with this labor market right now, with the amount of open jobs in this economy. You have the right to say, no, I'm going to find another job, I'm going to be fine. But he keeps it interesting, and it looks like the Twitter purchase will go through, although he laid out 3 reasons that would keep it off the track. So another day, another headline for Elon.
Yeah. He always keeps us guessing here. But Tesla shares popping in the final couple
Big
minutes
time,
of
10%.
trading.